Hey guys, this is Mrs. Osborne, and I'm going to do a quick little review on integration by parts, and we'll do more for next time. And I'm going to show you a little shortcut that hopefully will help you out, and if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. So this is 8.2, integration by parts. And I'm sure you've seen this before. This is the formula for it. So in every problem, you're going to have a u and a dv, and then you're going to use that to find v and du, and you're just going to plug it into this right here. The closer you get to an inverse trig function, the more likely you are to make that piece your u. So if you see an inverse trig function or log, that's probably going to be u. I'm going to say most of the time. If it's just regular trig function or an exponential function, that's more likely to be dv, because those are things that are easy to integrate. All right, so let's do a couple of examples together. Let's try integration of x squared times ln x dx. So in this problem, I have a u and I have a dv. I want to make my u ln of x because that is a piece that's easy for me to take the derivative of. I know that it's 1 over x dx. dv is x squared because that's a piece that's easy to integrate. So x cubed over 3, basic power rule. Now I'm just going to plug it into my formula. So the formula is u v minus the integral of v du. This is just going to stay the same. And I can reduce this, so x cubed over x is x squared. And I can actually pull out the 1/3 and go ahead and take the derivative of x squared, which is x to the 3rd power over 3. And go ahead and just kind of clean it up a little bit. So x cubed over 3 ln x minus x to the 3rd over 9 plus c. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is an inverse trig function. I'm going to make u my inverse tan function. Like I said, going back to that chart, the closer that something is to the top, it's going to be u. The closer it is to the bottom, it's going to be dv. And sometimes you can just try something and you see that it's not going to work out, then try something else. So the reason I chose this is because I know derivative, 1 over 1 plus x squared, and it's easy to integrate 1. So I'm going to make my v be x. And I'm just going to plug it into my formula. So u v minus the integral of v du. And so now what I have here, take a little sidebar, I've got x, I'm going to integrate x over 1 plus x squared. Okay, so that's a u substitution problem. So go ahead and do u substitution over here on your own. And so then what you have, figure out u substitution for this, integrate that part, bring this back down. You're going to pull out the 1/2 because there wasn't a 2 to cancel out, we'll divide. So you get 1/2. And then you've got 1 over u, so the antiderivative of that is ln. And I'm just going to substitute back in. Like I said, I kind of skipped this because we've been spending a lot of time on that. I'm going to focus more on the integration by parts. And I am going quickly, so please feel free to pause or rewind, whatever you got to do. All right, I want to show you a shortcut. Okay, So let's say I'm integrating x squared e to the x dx. Now, if I'm going to do it the way I've been doing, I would say u is x squared, because that's easy to take the derivative of. It's also easy to integrate. So the real reason I put it there is because I'm going to let dv be e to the x. And that's also easy to integrate, right? Because it's just the same. And it's also easy to derive because it's the same. So I guess if you have something like that, if you're trying to figure out where to put it, I mean, really, what looks less sloppy? Deriving x squared looks a lot better than doing the integral of it. Okay, so if I'm going to do this, I'm going to use my formula, uv minus the integral of du. So what you might notice here is that you would have another integration by parts problem. So you could do integration by parts again and say u is x and du is just 1 dx. Keep going. You could do integration by parts all over again. It's not that bad. However, there is a quicker way. So if you want to finish that out, go for it. I'm going to show you a quicker way. What you do is you make a list of your u and your dv, and then you do your signs. The signs are always going to be plus, minus, plus, minus. And you keep going and keep going. Now, how far do you know how to make it? You don't until you start deriving. So if u squared, or if u is x squared, like we did up here, and dv is e to the x, all I have to do is keep taking the derivative of this until I get to 0. So I take the derivative, you get 0, which means I'm done. I'm taking the integral of this is super easy. And what you do is you match these pieces up. If you've never seen this before, you're going to be super mad that you've never seen it before, because it makes it so easy. So this tells me my sign, and I'm just going to add all these pieces together. So my first piece is x squared times e to the x. And then I'm going to subtract 2x e to the x. And then I'm going to add 2 e to the x. And then I'm just going to add on z. Okay, so let's do one more with that shortcut. And we're going to spend more time on integration by parts next class. But this is just a quick little review, and hopefully I'm teaching something new with this trick. And hopefully you like it. And if you don't, like I said, you do not have to use it. I'm not normally much of a trick kind of person. I normally like to see all the steps. So in this case, I would make u 2x squared, and I would make dv cosine 3x. I just keep taking the derivative, 4x, or 0. Keep integrating. So this is what we're this is, kind of doing u substitution in my head at this point, or maybe just kind of memorize what happens. So take your time to slow down on this part. I'm just going quickly so I don't have a super long video. Feel free to pause it if you need to. And then if you can take the derivative, and if you can integrate, then you can do integration by parts. Just crisscross. So I do positive 2x squared cosine 3x. Oh crap, I put the wrong pieces together. Try that. So 2x squared times 1/3 sine 3x. And minus 4x times negative 1/9. So it's going to make this positive. And then subtract 4/27 sine 3x plus c.
That does not look fun.